are now listening to the M.K.P podcast.
Okay, alright. So, we are back. Episode 10.
No.
No, 9, I think.
Am I going wrong already? Episode,
Yeah.
no?
Episode 9.
Episode 9. I'm ahead of myself. But anyway, we are back. Episode 9. I am here today with Matt.
Hello.
And I'm here with Paul.
Hello, boys and girls.
And girls, yes. And myself, Kush.
Yes.
It's Kesh. It's a really popular name. Well, not really. It's just one on this coin. But anyway. But yeah, we are back with episode 9. How you boys doing today?
Paul, why don't you go first? Why not?
You know what? Why not? You know what? I'm doing pretty good, actually. Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I'm quite excited to get back in college now that we're going back on the 8th, which is pretty cool.
That's going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back as well, really. How about you, Matt? How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going back by the looks of it, so it depends. I've genuinely got no idea what's going on, but yeah, I'm good.
Oh, I thought you would have probably been going back to uni or something, but you haven't received anything.
One of my like lecturers has already told me that one of my modules just isn't going back for the rest of this like semester.
Oh, okay.
So one of them is, but everything's going to be still online, so you can do it half and half in person and online. So I might not even be going back at this rate. I don't even really know what's happening at this point.
We're a bit disorganized. Country's a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess.
Very messy.
Yeah. I mean, that's
God knows.
Yeah. I guess you'll probably find out later on what happened and stuff. But yeah, Paul, we're both going back, aren't we? Like next week?
Yeah, we're pretty much next week. Yeah,
pretty much next week. So yeah, I've just it's going to be pretty good. So
it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Media students, we need to film stuff.
We really need to film. Currently on like final major project as well. So
yeah.
How are you doing with that? How are you doing your final major project then, Paul? If you're on it,
we actually got a final major product. We've just got like you basically last time we did 4 tasks for 4 different tutors. Then this time we've got another 4, and it's basically like that. But yeah, we've got a couple. Literally got 3 films we're gonna make, and then an essay I've got to do. So it's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
I think that's all right then. What about you, Matt? With like uni work and that, how's that going for you?
It's going all right. It's going all right. You know, I've got one project coming along well. Another project I've got going on, I've actually centered around this podcast. So
yeah, I think you told us about that.
I probably told you already because I wanted to get your permission and stuff. So.
Yeah. Well, the M.K.P podcast approves, and you can go ahead with that. So,
I mean, I should hope so. I am 1/3 of the founder podcast. Speaking of which, that's one of our topics for today, I believe.
It is. Would you like to take that over then?
We are going to talk about. Well, I'll run down quickly what we've got lined up for this episode, if you boys don't mind.
That's good.
We're gonna finally reveal our secrets, how we met, and why we started a podcast.
Yes.
I'll warn you now, it's not as interesting as you probably think it's going to be, but
topics.
it's something to discuss. We're going to be reviewing episodes 7 and 8 of One Division.
Just keeps getting better.
It does. Yes. Right before the finale as well.
Yeah.
Which we'll be reviewing 2 weeks after it's been released.
Shit.
Very up-to-date podcast, as you can tell. And finally, I've got a brand new game for the boys.
Yeah.
And for like the second week in a row now, no tier list.
Yeah.
Or did we do a tier list last episode?
But yeah, we did.
I don't remember.
Did we do the Marvel films? Didn't we?
No, I think that must have been I think that would have been the episode before. Last week we did. Well, not last week, but last episode we did Letterboxd.
Yeah. This is how
Chris won. If you missed the
so
episode.
Yes.
We did We did good reviews. Sorry, of bad movies.
Yeah.
Kush won, avenging his loss from Christmas. Paul's still crying about it.
Be good. It's good. It's good to still be champion. Yeah.
Probably won't last for long though, because we've got another Letterbox quiz for episode 10.
Hey.
And it's back to the original version, the bad reviews of good movies. And I can't wait for it. It's gonna be good. I can't wait for this game tonight. Actually,
it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
But before we get there, shall we begin with our first segment for today?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, how we met?
How we met? Did we meet?
How did we?
Well,
that's the question.
I think. Well, you see, I was born. Actually, no, Krish was born. Krish is the oldest one here.
I'm the oldest one here. Yeah.
In serious though, we go sort of back to not Kush. Kush doesn't come into the story yet.
Yeah, I don't.
We go all the way back to primary school. For the first chapter here,
way back,
where I met Paul.
Yes,
but I don't think we were friends for like a little while.
I don't think we were actually friends until about secondary school.
I think we knew of each other, but I think we were in different classes.
We were in different classes. I think
there was a point where I hated you. So
I remember that. I remember that quite clearly.
I can't remember when it was, but I'm almost certain there was a point in time where I just didn't like you. I don't remember why.
I remember that very much as well.
It definitely would have been back in primary school.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it would have been when we were older.
In school. I think towards the end of year 6 and like beginning of secondaries, we bonded over Doctor Who.
Could have been. We did. We bonded. If that's not the nerdiest thing we can say on this podcast, I don't know what is. But yeah, we did.
Oh come on, they know we're nerds. We're like nerds.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah,
but yeah, we were always in. No, it must have been before year 6 because we were in Wind in the Willows together. God, that's a throwback, isn't it?
Year 6. I think that was part of what started the friendship because obviously you were. Oh, what was the characters? It was like
I was the chief antagonist. Yeah. You were my little sidekick.
little
bitch. I played the main antagonist of that show, and I got beaten up at the end.
So did I.
We both got beaten up at the end of the show. Yeah.
Pretty good play.
I think that must have been sort of when we became sort of mates. When we did that.
I think it was because we probably bonded over that, and then like the fact we can't remember this just shows how long ago it was. But
it's been more than 10 years. I'm going to be honest. I genuinely cannot remember a point in my life where I probably didn't know you.
I'm completely the same. Because, I mean, our friendship's been at least 9 years, and then, like you said, we've known each other.
It's got to have been more at this point. It's got to have been like, at least 9 years this year, if not more.
Incredible.
That's mad. Wow. But yeah, we sort of became good friends over a mutual liking of Doctor Who.
Because I remember getting into Doctor Who, but in the beginning of year 6, and I just became obsessed.
Yeah, I'd always been like big into it. Someone in my family was even my mum's cousin was like a massive fan as well. So that probably helped me get into it at the time. And I must have gotten into it. Obviously when David Tennant was still when most people were into it.
The thing is, I watched it when it came out, but I was never like into it. It was like years later when I got into it, which is strange. But
yeah,
I'm glad it happened because I love it. so much.
Yeah, I was big into it as well, and I remember we were just talking about like episode. This must have been just after Matt Smith became the Doctor, and we were just big into it, and we were always talking about it.
Yeah,
and it's gone downhill, unfortunately.
It has. I tell you what, me and my brother watched season 11 recently, and yeah, it's got its good moments, but it's just not the same.
It's a mixed bag nowadays. The last episode was all right, but like there is some it's really taken a dip.
I've heard what happened. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, even just like all the writing in general for the show is taking a massive dip. But we're not going to go into that too much.
No, not too much depth.
We can't spend an entire segment here talking about Doctor Who. But then we move on from primary school. We left primary school and we went to the same secondary school.
This is where Kush enters the picture. Hello, Kush.
Yeah,
Hello.
which obviously we're not going to disclose any schools because that would be a bit weird. But I'm just going to censor it anyway, just like I did to.
Yeah, exactly.
just like I did.
Just censor it,
But we move on to secondary school, which I actually leave the story for the time being because this is where Paul meets Kush.
Yes, Kush. I don't know if you remember, but I think I met you on one of the first days because I think I remember talking to you in English. I don't know if you remember this. This was
this like, were we both in like lower set English or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's because we're both bad at English.
No, I think that's where I met you. Spoke then. I think it was around English. I think
One of the first days of year 7, and I just remember we were laughing about stuff. That's all I remember. Again, this was a long time ago.
And then I remember. And then we hang out like every lunch and break. That's the most memorable because I know how amazing our break lunches were then, how great they were. Yeah. I think I was mates with someone else. I'm not gonna say a name, but I was mates with someone else, and then I remember I think I then joined your group after, like who you used to hang around with, and I think
are the initials LJ?
LJ? No, it's J.
Just say the name. We can bleep it.
Okay, so I was friends with. Yeah.
What? Sorry.
And then, I know. I was friends with him. I was really good friends with him, and then that's where I then joined your group after, and then after I started speaking to you, I started speaking to Luke and everyone after, and
yeah, because we knew each other, but we never hung out. And then I remember because I was good friends with Luke by the beginning of year 7, he invited me to join you like later that year, and then that's when we started hanging out properly. And it's still here today. We still hang out. Obviously before lockdown. Don't worry, we're not breaking news or anything.
We don't. But I remember then from there on we just hang out and like during breaks and lunches, and we just known each other ever since then. And then
now around this time, I was still friends with you, Paul, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't hang around with your group that much. I was friends with some people within like the sort of group you hung out in, but I was never like always around that group. I had sort of another group of friends which I talked to a good bit around that time, and I knew who you were, obviously, Kush, because I'd seen you in my classes and stuff. But I don't think we'd ever really talked, other than just, briefly in passing.
Yeah,
and but then it was then we get to Cope was So Cope was this weird session like our school put on during like GCSE years. Where you could go there, you could revise, you could learn some skills. They ended up sacking it off after year 10. It wasn't around in year 11.
Yeah. I think I escaped to loads of those. I just remember hiding in the bathroom, then just like running out. Don't tell the teachers.
Yeah, it was. Cope itself was just kind of. It was all right. The thing is, it was a session you could just get away with talking with. Like you really wouldn't do anything in these sessions. I don't really know what they were meant to be about because you didn't really do anything. But
I think it was about lifestyle and stuff, wasn't it? It was like learning how
something like that, or like just
yeah,
like learning how to do presentations and
yeah,
learning how to just do random things, and we used it for revision as well.
I was thinking of something else. I was completely wrong because that was the thing I wasn't in, wasn't it, Cope?
Yeah, no, you weren't in it. There were a few other people who were in it, but you weren't.
Like washing skills and stuff in Cope.
yeah.
Well, I think we did. Didn't we? I genuinely don't remember that much of it.
You got told, Matt, to you had to take a picture of yourself doing the right wash up.
Oh yes, I remember that. I remember that. We had to. They made us for homework do washing and ironing and take photos of it. It was
like
like a photo of like a gas meter or something like weird like that. It was. But it's a good thing I did take that session because this is where you and I sort of became good friends in that session.
Yeah.
So I think it was around the time I just sort of started to get back into like wrestling.
Yeah.
And like WWE and like Ring of Honor, New Japan, a little rubbish like that. I'd been into it when I was a kid, but I was starting to like rewatch bits of it and get into it again. Yeah. And I must have mentioned it in passing to someone else in the class who was like kind of a fan.
It was Stephen. I think you mentioned it to him, I think.
It must have been, because I know he was sort of into it at the time as well.
Yeah.
And I must have mentioned something about something that had just happened recently.
Probably Roman Reigns.
Probably something to do with like Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or something like that, yeah. And I remember you just being like, oh yeah, you just commented on it as well. And I was like, oh, he actually knows what's going on.
I know wrestling, yeah.
And we were just like talking about like stuff that was going on, and like you knew like a good bit, and like you were one of the only other people I knew around there who like knew like probably more than I did, like to be honest, because you knew like lots.
Yeah, I was a huge wrestling fan then. Like I knew like storyline wise and stuff, and like background and stuff, and And
then like we just got we just like became like good mates over it. We watched some wrestling shows like round like each other's houses and stuff. What else did we do? We would stay on call like and like just play like not even just wrestling games, like stuff like Rocket League, or like we bonded over Xbox as well.
Yeah, I remember playing Xbox as well.
Probably sort of where we realized why we realized we could do a podcast together, because we would just sit on those calls and just like chat shit for like.
So yeah, guys. Straight. By the way, guys, this was a really long time that we decided I think we said it in secondary school to start it, did we? Pretty sure.
No, I think it would have been first year of college, first or second year of college, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I see the picture for a couple of years here, don't I? Because you two are at the same college, and then me and Luke just.
Well, no, this is still in secondary school at the time here, but this is sort of between secondary and college at the time.
Yeah.
I remember we must have hung out like as the three of us at least like a bit throughout like sort of the end of secondary school.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
We definitely would have. But yeah, we would just like be on Xbox and stuff, and after that would have been sort of GCSEs and doing all of those, and then I know we probably didn't. I don't think any of us really hung out that much that summer after GCSEs. I know we went to like the shitty little like carnival festival thing that happened in our town that summer after prom. We went. We were all at prom together as well. Actually, I can remember that. Not we went together, but like.
No, we didn't go together, but
I think I have a picture actually somewhere.
We got a limo, didn't we, Kush? We're like.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I remember the guy that drove around like 3 times and
we got there so late.
You showed up pissed, Kush. You came to the prom tipsy. You've been drinking already.
I did. Yeah, I know.
You came to the prom tipsy. Because you've
I
just been
came straight
drinking
out.
beforehand.
Yeah, we were given drinks before.
Never
and I think
mind the
I had
fact that our prom started at 6 o'clock in the evening, and you'd already been drinking before then. But
Yeah, I think when we went to Paul, when we went to Tom's house, I think he gave us drinks, and then I think you didn't like your drink.
I didn't like drinks back then because I was a pussy, and then I remember you just took
And,
my...
then and I was like, oh yeah, what a great idea. Down the bottle, and then after we got even more drinks in the car as well. After, so then after I downed the bottle of that after, and then next thing you know, I just come out, and then I just come out. All I hear is just everyone just chanting my name, and I'm like, wow, I am just some sort of celebrity now, or something, or what? But yeah,
I'm pretty sure every time I looked at you that night, Kush, every time I saw you that night, you were just like smiling, like you just looked like you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I really went prom just for the food mainly, and just for the and people told me to come in that. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, the drinks or something. Yeah. Lucky, definitely head teacher. Didn't say anything.
But then we didn't really hang out all that much over that summer. I know I didn't because I went to America during that summer.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even in the country. It was funny actually. One of our other mates had messaged me being like, "Oh, Matt, are you about? Like, let's hang out." And I was just like, "Well, you see, there's a little issue with that, mate. I'm not in the country.
I can't just hop on a plane, dude.
I can't just hop on a quick 9-hour plane to come on out." And then after that is we went off to different colleges because none of us did sixth form because we're all stupid. I'm joking. I'm stupid.
I am stupid. I'm stupid for the sixth form at least.
But we all went to different colleges. So Kush and I went to the same one. You went to a different one.
I went to a different one.
Well, we'd still chatted here and there, and we still saw each other now and again, but like we weren't like hanging out as much. Or like
when we properly hanged out was probably the weekend of prom, because I swear we saw Doctor Who, the last episode of.
No, you and I must have hung out.
We hung out again after that.
And we must have done, because I know we did hang out again between.
It might have been Carnival, and there probably was one like after the summer, or
there was some point between the last year and 2017 that we would have hung out. So 2017, 2020 even.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. My head's gone.
Mine as well.
You two, I know, did, but then, so you and I would have talked about starting a podcast while we were at college because we had the big audio room setups. Kush.
Oh yeah.
And we would have talked about one then. I don't know what we were going to talk about, but we just like, we should start a podcast because I'd really been getting into podcasts around the time.
Yeah.
But we just never did. We just never got around to it because we could never like get the room for long enough, and then we just never had couldn't meet up at the same time, and I know we just never got around to it. And then before I went to uni last year, I messaged you two and I was like, "Oh, do you lads want to go hang out, grab a drink, and chat shit for a bit?"
Yeah, we chatted shit,
and that's probably where the podcast probably started, because we just went down to the pub one night and just had a bunch of drinks and food. And
it's amazing actually, that was quite a long time ago now, because it seems not too long ago, but that
would have been
July,
August. Would have been August or September, sometime between.
Before COVID. It was before COVID, definitely, wasn't it?
No, it was after the first lockdown, because it was only summer last year.
Oh, sure. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a while ago then, yeah.
But yeah, so we would have done that, and we had a group chat after that, and we said we were going to do that's where I invited you two to come watch The Room, something we're still waiting on doing.
Yeah, we're waiting on that still, yeah.
And then it was just after that, while I was at uni as well, just we were just messaging back and forth and chatting, and then one day I was literally just like, "Boys, we should start a podcast.
You should do this.
And then, right, here comes the origins of the M.K.P. podcast. I put a message in the chat going, lads, why not? We should start a podcast. I waited on a long response. It took me a lot to get it done. Paul messaged back. Yes. But Kush. Oh, Kush.
Oh, no.
Kush came back with a firm, solid, passionate yes. And that's it.
Yeah. Maybe
it was literally within like an hour. Like, we just.
That was
podcast. I think the naming process took longer than convincing the two of you to do one, to be honest.
Thing is, I always, it was always at the back of my mind because obviously I've done sort of podcasts in media in my own college, and I've also got a little bit of Joe Rogan. I'm not like heavily into it, but I've watched a bit of Joe Rogan, and I just thought it'd be, and plus it's like a chance to hang out with your best mates in lockdown. Like you can't turn that down.
Yeah.
Oh no, exactly. But yeah, no, I just like I was into podcasts. I've been into podcasts for a few years now, and I've worked in radio and audio and stuff before, and I just thought, why not? Let's just go for it. Let's do one.
We gotta go for it. You just go for it. You don't think about it. You just do it. You just got to
now.
feel it.
How we came up with the really complex and really. It's got a load of hidden meanings. Our name, the M.K.P. podcast. What does it mean? Why did we call ourselves it?
Yeah, what does it mean, Matt?
For anyone who can't tell already, it's literally just our first initials of each of our name.
Or for me, the last initial as well. But
I don't think it's not in alpha. It was originally going to be in alphabetical order, which I believe would have been the KPM or KMP podcast.
I even
remember.
It would have been the KMP podcast. Oddly enough, I did a lot of searching. The KMP podcast was already a taken name. So I was like, well, what do we do here? So I switched. I literally, all I did was switched Matt and Kush around, and we ended up with the MKP podcast.
It actually sounds better. That's the thing. MKP sounds better.
I think it rolls off the tongue a bit more than KMP.
Yeah. MKP.
It's almost like MVP, but it's like MKP. I don't know. I think MKP. I think after starting the podcast, I did actually discover there is already someone with a podcast called the M.K.P. podcast.
I saw that the other day.
But it's someone who only ever uploaded it to Facebook, and he released his last episode in like 2014 or 2015. So I think it's free real estate.
6 or 7 years on.
Yeah, so I think it's free real estate. I think we're three to use the name. Also, our name's different because we put dots between it.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Dots saved.
We got dots saved the world.
Yeah,
it
wasn't originally going to be our name. We wanted something like the Lads Cast or like.
Yeah,
I think we one of us must have been me, so just like the shit podcast or something ridiculous like that.
We just wanted a different name for it, and then we just couldn't think
because everything was either taken or it didn't sound good. So we just thought, you know what, just use our initials.
Yeah,
if we want to, we'll just change it.
Absolutely.
But, it was fine, so we just left it. And we sat down. We actually were a week behind recording because the week we were going to record our first episode, one of us cancelled. I can't remember who it was, but one of us cancelled the week we were going to do our first episode. So, yes, we were 1 week late. We recorded an episode and released it on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, what bad luck.
Oh, yeah, the worst possible day to probably start something like this. And it was because we had some dodgy audio issues at the time because I was using some cheap, crappy, like 30 quid microphone that I picked up at a local Argos or something.
I was on my phone and it was terrible quality. I seem to remember.
I think I was the only one that had okay audio. I think I'm not too sure.
Yours was pretty all right. Mine had some weird, dodgy noises pop up in the background.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Quiz. Speaking of which, we introduced our most popular segment according to our analytics. We introduced the Letterbox Quiz in the first episode, which I think was originally you two were kind of saying, "Oh, let's make this a weekly thing."
Yeah,
and not a 2 weekly thing, because I think early on we decided we were just going to do every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you guys saying let's do this an episodic thing where we do the Letterbox Quiz, and I was like, we can't do this every single week. First of all, because the Letterbox Quiz takes a little while.
Wonder kind of become our like every 2 weekly thing, really. I mean, it's going to have to change. Like
it's coming back for episode 10, but it's taking a break afterwards. That's why we haven't done it every single episode, because we don't want it. A lot. Last week, I literally put it in because I could not think of any other subject or topic to talk about, and I didn't want to do a tier list, so I just threw that in as a surprise. But
it is kind of difficult to come up with topics anyway. So especially for the last segment, you want it to be something really good. Yeah, fun.
Yeah. With the Letterbox Quiz, as I've stated before, it's not an original idea, but neither are tier lists, and neither is the game I'm introducing tonight. So
the podcast, so everything's stolen to a degree. Everything's been used before.
Yeah, but we credit where credit's due. The idea actually came from a YouTube channel they've got over 1 million subscribers. They don't need our tiny little podcast promoting them, but there's a channel called Mr. Sunday Movies who introduced us originally. A great channel. Go check them out. They're really good. They talk about movies, TV, all that. But we got the idea from there, and I just thought it would fit on the podcast, so I introduced it. And I've since been able to make your lives a living hell.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah,
I can give you two a little bit of relief tonight. The guessing quiz that we've got tonight is based on pure facts, so I won't be able to screw you over. Only you'll be able to do that to yourselves.
Yeah.
But I think that's the entire story, pretty much, of how we met and how we started the podcast, and
the story of our lives.
That's about it.
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot in between, but that is the premise.
That is the summary of how we met.
That's
the podcast. I tell you what, Kush, a lot of people that we know mutually from work and stuff are always surprised when I say oh yeah, he's one of my best mates, and they're always surprised when I say I met you from school, because they're always like, oh, how do you know Kush? It's I've known him longer than anyone who works here has.
Matt, and I'm like, yeah, I've known him since secondary school.
It was literally, I think it was in my third week of starting at work, because we work in the same place. I think it was which wasn't my idea, because you got the job first. I wasn't oh, Kush works there, I'm gonna go follow him. It was literally, you got the job there. I saw they were hiring one day. I got the job, and I completely forgot that you worked there.
I was shocked when I
was like, oh.
And then I started working there. I was just like, oh shit, it's Kush. Hello, lad.
And still there.
Yeah, it's still there. You've been there for
You've been there for 8 now.
Well, so have I, actually. We've both been there. We've both been there for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
In thinking about it, that makes me feel old. 4 years. It'll be 4 years for you this year, I think, and 3 years for me. Yeah, but anyway, it was my third week of starting there. I remember I'd called, I think jokingly, someone, I'd mentioned your name, and someone that's friends with you had gone oh, how do you know Kush? I said, oh, I've known him for years. He's a dickhead. How could you say that about him? And I was like, he's my best mate. I don't mean it.
Oh, wait, I think I remember this. I don't know who it was. I'm trying to think of who you said it to, but I can't remember.
I just remembered their reaction being oh, how can you call Kush a dickhead? I was it's banter. He would say the same thing about me.
Yeah, I would have probably said the same. Yeah, that Matt guy.
But yeah, that's our story. It really is not interesting in the slightest when we talk about it.
Yeah, it's good to have a little bit of memory lane.
Yeah,
You know,
reminisce the good time.
Yeah.
Anyway, trending news.
Oh, trending news.
Moving on. One Division.
Honestly,
do any of you actually have any trending news? Because I do not.
no, I had no idea.
Lockdown restrictions are being lifted. Yay.
Yeah.
What else?
The variant of COVID's been narrowed down to 379 households, according to BBC News. How interesting is that? Amazing.
Wonderful. Boys, I've literally searched up news and all I can find is coronavirus. I don't want to talk about coronavirus. So...
Yeah, we don't want to talk about coronavirus.
I've searched up entertainment news and it's still coronavirus.
Coronavirus is entertaining?
Okay, whoever thinks is entertaining, oh my god, needs surgery. Oh my god.
Oh, Star came out on Disney Plus. I forgot about
that.
Yeah. There were a few surprises on there that they hadn't advertised. Kingsman, the first one, is on there.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. And all of Futurama is on Disney Plus as well.
Yes.
Big W's. Yeah. It was already all on Amazon Prime anyway, but there you go. It's now all on Disney Plus.
Sky now.
I think
so I think though with Star, Disney Plus has now overtaken Netflix. It's undisputed that that's probably the best streaming service.
Our 2 shows are on Disney Plus that are also on Netflix.
With the addition of Star, we take a look at the rundown of everything Disney Plus has on it. You have pretty much almost all the Marvel films.
Yeah.
Except for one of the bad ones and the 2 Spider-Man ones. You've got every bit of almost every bit of Star Wars media ever made is on there. Like as far as like TV and film and animation and stuff goes. You've got what else have you got? You got all of the Simpsons. Like that was already probably worth it in its own right. You've got all of Family Guy's on there now.
Yep.
All of Futurama, which is a fantastic show, one of my all-time favorites. You got the Mandalorian on there as well. That draws people in. You got all of National Geographic. You got that Jeff Goldblum show, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
Like Disney Plus is probably undisputed. You got all the Pixar as well. Like
it's taken over, definitely.
It's definitely surpassed like Netflix at this point to be the number 1 best streaming service money can buy.
I really want to watch on Disney Stars. I want to watch the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah, the Planet of the Apes films are on there as well. You got some of the Die Hard movies on Star as well, like
Die Hard 2's on there.
And the thing is, there's so much more they can add to Star that they haven't like immediately put on. Like there's so much more coming.
It's gonna be good.
It's mad.
Piss take. I bought Die Hard, the whole collection before Christmas, and I didn't need it.
I think we bought all of Die Hard on Blu-ray for my dad for Christmas, and now it's pretty much all probably going to be coming to Disney Plus. Yeah. One notable omission I do want to see on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Where is Indiana Jones?
Ooh.
Where is it?
Good point.
I know you own it, Disney.
I mean, it's on Amazon Prime.
Wait. Am I messing up? Do Disney actually own? Is that Paramount? I can't actually remember.
I guess
it was produced by Lucasfilm, so it might.
Yes, they should do.
Yeah.
At least the first 3, I'm sure.
Pretty sure they can just add it in the Indiana Jones. They can just add that.
Disney do own Indiana Jones.
It'll probably be on there then later on, possibly. Do that. But I know it's on Amazon. I know all the Indiana Jones movies are on Amazon Prime.
Is it one of the movies you have to pay for, even if you pay for Amazon Prime anyway? Because I know a couple of stuff pay for it.
There's a student account that you can get. I know I'm currently on a student account. That's like $4.99, I think it is. I think so.
Yeah, I have a student account.
I'm using it. Yeah, I'm
No,
currently using a student one as well. So yeah,
it's good because it's really like it's cheap, isn't it? It's like $3.99, I think.
yeah,
I'm impressed with it.
yeah.
That's the thing with Amazon Prime is like it's got pretty much anything you could want to watch on there, but you've got to pay for so much of it.
Yeah, you
And
have
so
to
much
pay.
of the original stuff that's on there is not worth it.
Yeah.
And Disney Plus the price is probably going to go up like double.
And like I was saying, like Amazon Prime only really stood out to me because it's got all of South Park and all of Futurama on it, but now all of Futurama's on Disney Plus. So the only thing for me that Amazon Prime's got going for it is it's got all of South Park for free. Like you don't have to pay extra to watch it, unless you want to watch the newest episodes. But yeah, Amazon Prime's just not it for me.
Yeah, they sometimes do that. They do they bring out for example, The Walking Dead. They'll bring out quite a few of the episodes and seasons, right? But I think the latest season you have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's what my problem with it was like it's just a bit of it. It's so inconsistent.
Yeah.
No, Disney Plus is definitely superior.
Disney Plus is the way to go. I think if you could only buy one Disney Plus, you definitely notice some nutter out there who'd be like, "What's your favorite streaming service?" and they'll say YouTube Premium.
Oh my flipping god, YouTube Premium.
YouTube Premium is definitely the worst one by far. Who is out here paying for YouTube?
What do you even get for YouTube Premium?
I went to Netflix, and after that, there's just...
What do you get if you get YouTube Premium? You get a few YouTube originals. You get some Logan Paul movies. You get other thing. I don't know. I don't have.
You get to turn the screen off, and the video will still play. But if you're listening to music, you can do that on Spotify anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can just do that.
Pay for Spotify.
Stupid. That's
Premium.
Probably the most stupidest thing that I keep getting notifications being like, "Oh yeah, 2 months free trial, 6 months free trial."
They're really dying, aren't they?
They are dying. YouTube is dying.
They're dying for the views and stuff. And
normal YouTube is still like really strong. In fact, I think YouTube might be the most visited. I think it's the most visited website, or the second most visited website of all time after Google, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it is still one of the most visited sites on the internet, like daily. But if you're paying for YouTube Premium, your life has taken a dip. Like you need to fix up.
Okay, I think I could come out and admit and say that I got YouTube Premium, but I think it was only the free trial. Only to watch the
As long as you're not paying for it.
No, it was the free trial. It was only to watch the Sidemen show when that came out.
Yeah,
I didn't even. Isn't that free on YouTube now?
Free
anyway?
now. Yeah, it's free now. But
having free anyway.
Yeah, but when it came out, I was like, oh yeah, let me get the free trial and stuff. It was I think it was like a 30-day free trial. I got that. And then after I watched the entire of the show, and then after I cancelled it, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking this. Yeah. I just watched the Sidemen show for free. Thank you very much. And
fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of streaming service,
to get it, but go on.
Speaking of streaming services, let's move on to the best streaming service show that is airing right now, and let's talk about WandaVision.
It's the segment.
Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. She finally got called Scarlet Witch. About time.
Can we sing the song? Can we sing the song?
For all along. Do you know what's funny? That is last time I checked, that was the most purchased song of the week on iTunes.
Who wouldn't want to buy the song? It's so good.
And I killed Sparky.
I kind of guessed something anyway, but it's confirmed.
No, they killed Sparky.
I think she kind of fades into the background of the show so much. Like you just get used to her being like the annoying neighbor.
Yeah.
that you kind of it does kind of come out like a little bit. I feel like they kind of build it up to it in that episode though.
Oh yeah, definitely. You knew something weird was going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, it was like all along.
We got White Vision as well at the end of the last episode. That was cool.
Yeah.
White Vision is from like the comics. I don't know much about him, but
yeah, I was going to ask.
Pretty sure he's just sort of meant to be like an emotionless version of Vision.
Oh, that's going to make things even more emotional for Wanda because she's already been through enough. That was quite an emotional episode. Seeing all that.
Especially the part where his Vision's body was torn apart and the
it was like his arm and stuff everywhere and his head just
Let's get the Doctor Strange cameo in the final episode, please.
Please.
If he doesn't show up in this show, I'm gonna look like such a moron. I keep predicting that Doctor Strange is gonna show up, and he just isn't. And I'm like, please, just let him show up so I can be right.
I got worried because I thought the last episode was episode 8 was the final episode, and then I didn't realize. I was like, oh, thank God, there's.
Well, I remembered because the last 3 were going to be like an hour long, and then I thought, oh yeah. We've got 2 more. I
think the last episode was like 40-something minutes long, I believe. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes long or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon the last episode will be sort of just under an hour.
Yeah.
I hope so.
But the credits
episode 7 was that the Halloween one?
No, actually, no. Episode 7 was leading up to.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was.
Because episode 6 was Halloween, because that's when she expanded the hex. At the end.
Did we review that episode?
We must have done on the last.
I feel like we must have done. Yeah, no, you're right.
We have. Yeah.
Yeah, but with this episode, we had episode 7 was. Oh, it was Kat Dennings and Vision having a drive about.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was the best thing ever. Like that was just amazing.
You had the voice as well behind the screen. That was interesting. Agatha all along, obviously.
Yeah. Also, the powers.
Yeah.
That was very brief. But...
Oh yes, Monica Rambeau got powers as well. That was strange.
Yeah.
Quicksilver's creepy.
Yeah, I guess it was going to happen though. Anyway, to be honest, at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then episode 8 was really, really good because that was all pretty much a flashback and kind of took me through events before Age of Ultron. You saw like the classic Scarlet Witch for the brief bit. And they named her. They called her the Scarlet Witch, which is.
I was jumping out of my seat when she said that because I was like, "Oh my God, amazing!"
I tell you what's funny is my parents watch WandaVision as well, and my dad has seen all the Marvel films, but he doesn't know like anything else outside of the films. Yeah. And my mum hasn't even seen any of the Marvel films. Like she genuinely knows nothing. She just likes the sitcom stuff. After they watched the episode, they were saying, "Oh, Matt, by the way, what's a Scarlet Witch?"
Oh my God. That is just a stereotypical parent, though, isn't it?
Not why is she a Scarlet Witch? So we're like, what's a Scarlet Witch?
It's just like, what's an internet?
I think I would have just told your mum and just said, just watch Civil War and Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron, just watch that and just watch Age of...
But yeah, so 2 really, really good episodes. It was Agatha all along, of course, never forget.
Oh, such a good song.
It is.
We got at the end for the viewers.
I mean, we just get Kush to sing it because he's the best singer of the 3 of us.
You're going to be a pop star one day.
That's a reference that some listeners will find out next episode. Little teaser.
Yeah.
But yeah, just 2 really good episodes. WandaVision continues to be really good. Bring on the finale.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I can make these boys watch and review The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It depends, actually. I'll see when we do that. Because it would kind of be interesting to get you two to review The Mandalorian with one of you having seen a lot of Star Wars and one of you having never seen any Star Wars. It would kind of be...
A couple of my mates who've literally never seen a Star Wars film in their life love it. So I think it's obviously...
I think there's characters in it, and there's things you won't get or won't be as hype about if you haven't seen any other Star Wars thing.
Boba Fett,
I think you don't need to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
As long as you know what a Baby Yoda is, you'll find some enjoyment out of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's for the future. So WandaVision, really good. I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Probably my favorite TV show at the moment. I'm giving it a 9.
I'll give it.
I just wish I would stop seeing spoilers like literally an hour after the episode comes out.
I actually, speaking of my comments, I made a comment like that in one of the chats. Why are you putting stuff on?
Literally, someone was out showing all like loads of pictures of White Vision from the end of episode 8. Literally, the episode had been out for less than an hour.
Yeah.
And all I had on my Instagram, and I had a load of pictures of Vision from the end of the episode on my Instagram. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I watched both episodes yesterday because I didn't watch episode 7 last week, and literally straight away Agatha was spoiled. Literally.
Like, it's been bad for people posting spoilers for WandaVision, but it's never been as bad as it was for last episode.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have Agatha spoiled for me for the last episode. I did have Monica getting her powers sort of spoiled.
I didn't have that, but I
saw a picture of her with the blue eyes, and I watched the episode the day it comes out. Like I always watch it, but I watch it in the evening. It comes out in the morning here in the UK.
I always wait until Monday, to be honest, because makes it more fresh for this, and plus it's something I look forward to on a Monday.
It was because I like to just watch it ASAP because I don't want spoilers, but it's like literally like less than an hour after it come out in the UK, I pulled up my Instagram and there was just so many spoilers for episode 8, and I was like, it's been bad the whole series, but it's never been this bad.
I think I'm gonna make it a Friday thing for the next 2 episodes, just because I do not want these spoiled. They're gonna be
I'm at least very, very thankful that I didn't have Quicksilver in episode 5 spoiled, because that was the best bit of the series for me so far. Was him popping up at the end.
The only thing is, we already knew Evan Peters was going to be in it.
I knew Evan Peters was going to be in the series, but it was still a nice surprise anyway.
Didn't know how he was going to enter into the MCU.
Is he playing Quicksilver? They kind of made you think he might not be in the last episode.
What did they name him? It was like Pietro or something.
Pietro.
No. In the in latest episode,
Fake Pietro.
Fake
Pietro.
So he might not actually be like the real Quicksilver, but I still wonder if they're going to pull in multiverse here, especially with some of the things you hear them doing for the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I think they
forgot about that. Spider-Man No Way Home coming out this Christmas.
Yes. Oh my god.
Very cool. 10 out of 10 will go watch.
Definitely.
It was weird because
podcast.
Yeah. It was weird how all 3 main cast, they released like individual titles for them.
I think it's meant to be a joke on how like Tom Holland spoils everything.
Yeah.
Titles. Which would have worked if they didn't reveal the real title a day later. But
yeah.
But it was funny still.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Anyway, WandaVision good, Spider-Man exciting. Please show up Doctor Strange. So I can brag about how I called him.
He's up that last hope.
And I think from there we'll move on.
Yeah.
So it's time for the new game, boys.
Oh,
Here's the game. It is a movie gross ranking game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you 10 random movies.
Okay.
Like 10 completely random movies, no connection to anything, no connection to each other or anything, in no particular order. What I want you to do is take each movie, put down a 1 to 10 ranking, and rank them based on how much money each made, with 10 being highest, with number 1 being highest grossing, and number 10 being the lowest grossing.
Okay.
task, is it?
I'm gonna pull up my.
So what I want you to do, so what you're probably going to need to do is pull up Word or your phone or get a pen and paper and jot down numbers from 1 to 10. By the way, you will be able to make changes to your ranking throughout the game until I tell you that you cannot, and you have to lock in what you've got.
Yeah.
The winner will be the person who gets the closest to, like, who gets the most right, or the closest to having the most right.
Okay,
So whoever just gets the most, like, of them right in the right order.
Okay. Did you say number 1 was the
Number
highest?
number 1 is highest grossing, and number 10 is lowest grossing. So
Okay,
number 1 is number 1 is the one that made the most money, and number 10 is the one that made the least.
Yes.
And you just got to guess them based on where they would be in the ranking from 1 to 10.
Okay. You said we're allowed to change the.
You are allowed
at
to
the
change.
end.
You're allowed to change at the end. Yeah.
Okay, that's good then. That's good. That's all right. Yeah.
I'll give you one thing before this.
Okay.
And like the top ones, like Endgame and Avatar and stuff, aren't in here.
Okay.
Oh, no.
In fact, I'll help you out even more. The top 5 highest grossing movies of all time are not in here.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh, okay. This is just all random then.
So these are literally 10 random movies I picked out of a hat, and you've just got to guess. Number 1 is made the most money. Number 10 is made the least. And you've just got to guess where each one ranks. And the winner is whoever gets them closest, or whoever gets the most right.
Yeah.
And I'll keep count as you go.
Yep.
So have you got your numbers 1 to 10?
I've got the numbers ready.
And again, like I said to Kush, you'll be able to change at the end.
Yeah.
You'll be given about 2 minutes at the end to make adjustments.
Yep.
And change your answers. So again, I'm giving you these in no particular order. The first movie I'm going to give you is The Dark Knight.
Okay. All right.
It's funny we were just talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
And you've got to tell me where you're placing it as well and why.
Okay. I put just for now, I put as number 1, just because I know how much that's.
Okay.
Made quite a lot of it. So yeah, I'm putting it as number 1. Yeah.
Okay. Kush, Paul, even.
I did exactly the same place because I'm pretty sure it's the best out of all of the Dark Knight films, and I put it there.
Okay.
Yep.
The second movie I'm going to give you is It.
It.
Chapter 1. The first It. From 2017.
Oh, the 2017. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So It Chapter 1 from 2017.
Oh. You know what? I think for now.
When you're ready, you'd like to tell me where you've put it and why?
Paul, you can go first.
I've put It at number 7 because I know it wasn't really that much of a horror film, or as much as it should have been, and it wasn't critically acclaimed that great, I don't think. I'm putting it 7.
Okay. You're not really looking at like critically acclaimed, just like sort of looking at how much.
I just don't estimate that it would have got loads.
Okay. Kush?
I put it as number 4 because I feel like after the first one, I feel like when they made the second one, I feel like a lot of people would want to go see it. So I felt like it did okay, grossing wise. So I'm just gonna put it as 4.
Okay.
I think.
All right. The next movie I'm going to give you is Logan.
Ooh.
Oh, it's an
Mm.
interesting one. Are we allowed to change like midway as well? Like,
Do you know what? I'll let you change your answers as you go, and then I'll give you about a minute. I'll give you about a minute and a half at the end to make
okay, that's good.
one final big adjustment.
Logan.
So when you're ready, where you put it and why?
Okay.
I do have all the answers to this as well, by the way. So
Oh, I guess. I hope so.
All right.
I don't know either. I'm jotting down my own guesses, and then I'll tell you it's right based on my. I have all the legit answers.
All right. I've gone for. I just swapped it around. I put Logan as 4th, and I put it 5th.
Mm.
That's what I put just for now. I think Logan did. Like Logan was an alright movie, so I was thinking maybe it might be up there. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you put it again? Sorry.
I put it as 4th. I swapped it with It is now 5 for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Paul, where'd you put it and why?
We've gone for number 3 because it's a very good movie. I seem to remember it getting lots off the box office.
Okay. The 4th movie I'll give you is The Lion King.
Ooh,
Not the new one.
Cartoon.
The original.
The original.
I think
Oh,
it's
the original. The original. When did the original come out again? Forgot again.
Like 90 something. Wasn't
At least I believe it's. I believe I've given you the original. Hold on.
it?
I'll just do a quick double check. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to double check before.
I don't care what anyone says. The original's better. You can never beat.
The original is good.
It is better.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. It's the new one.
New
Oh, the
one.
new one. Yeah, that kind of does change a bit then.
That does change things.
I'm not gonna lie. When I put it down, I did think it was the original, but it's not. It's the new Lion King.
I was thinking, I put it as number 3. I feel like it was a pretty good movie, and I felt a lot of people would go see it, even like younger audiences as well. So I feel like it might have did well on box office and that.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Cool.
I've moved it up to number 6. I put Lion King as 5. I think it. I don't think because I think the original would be a bit higher than that, but I think this one was probably half and half because it was all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 5th movie I'll give you is Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh, I have no idea.
That's what I've just done. Actually, I'm putting it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this randomly for now, but
Where have you put it and why, lads?
I have put Solo in number 7 because any Star Wars film is decent enough, but Solo was really not that great compared to other Star Wars films.
okay, that's good because I was not gonna put. Okay, that's good because I put it as number 6. I didn't know. I'm okay. I'm glad I didn't put it like number 2, but I put it as number 6. That's why I put it.
That's fair.
Fair enough. The next movie I'll give you is Frozen.
Oh, this one. I think it's shit, but a lot of people like it. So I
The first Frozen from 2013. Let it go and all that.
Let it snow. Let it snow.
Oh, you know what?
I mean, the film was written because of the song, so it's lit. Oh my god.
Wait, did you say Frozen? Not Frozen 2, Frozen. Yeah?
No, the original Frozen from 2013.
Okay. I changed it and put it to 7, and I'm gonna put Frozen in 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it did. I think it did okay enough. Yeah, I think it's mixed. But yeah, put it there.
The next movie I'm going to give you
Hang on a second. You're skipping me.
Oh,
Go ahead. Where and why?
I've actually moved Solo down to 8, and I put Frozen in 7 because it's not the best movie, but it's not gonna. I don't think it'll be lower than 7 because a lot of kids like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next movie I'll give you is the Simpsons movie.
Oh, that was ages ago now, wasn't it? Simpsons movie.
2007, I think. Well after the Simpsons had sort of lost its major popularity, but hey ho, what can you do?
Yeah. Paul, I'll let you go first.
I haven't decided yet. Actually,
Okay. I put it in 8th for now. I just want to hear what the other ones are, but I just left it in 8th for now. I know it's not going to be a movie that did pretty well, if I'm honest. But yeah, put it pretty down somewhere there. Yeah.
Give me 30 seconds. I'm just trying to think this through. Oh, this is tricky.
Just going to point out as well, I can't screw you over in this quiz. If you get these wrong, it's on your own heads.
Yeah, to be fair,
it's not my fault.
Right,
except for me almost messing up Lion King with the original, where it's not.
Easy mistake. And speaking of Lion King, I've moved Lion King up to 4. I moved Frozen up to 5, and I put Simpsons in 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next film I give you. Oh wait, Kush, did you say about Simpsons?
Yeah, I put it in 8. Yeah, I said
okay.
8.
Next movie I'll give you is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, for fuck's sake! That complicates things. That really complicates things. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. You know what? I've got some changing to do.
You know what?
Got quite a bit of changing to do here.
And there's still 2 more movies to come. Don't forget.
Yeah, I've got a lot of change to do. A lot of change.
I told you these are random movies with no correlation.
Maybe. Right. That can go there. That can go there.
I think I might have to think of a tiebreaker because I'm just thinking now. What if neither of you get it? Neither of you get.
Wait, what was the movie again? Did you say? Sorry.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay.
Freddie Mercury and Queen biopic.
Mama.
In which Freddie gets AIDS about 2 years before he actually got them in real life. But
yeah, and the performance took place like different to what it should have done.
Yeah.
Although it was, the instrumentation was pretty accurate.
They in the film they sort of say like Live Aid was like the big reunion for Queen when it really wasn't. Queen had been touring for about 8 months prior to Live Aid in real life, but like. Okay.
Wait, Paul, have you done yours?
I've done mine.
Paul, where are you putting yours?
I bumped Logan up to 2, and I put Bo Rap in 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I put in 6. Yeah, I put in 6. I'm not too sure about it though, but I put in 6.
The next movie I'll give you, this one might throw you off a little bit, is Gravity.
Gravity.
Starring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, I believe. It's a film where they get stuck out in space, and it's got like at the time one of the most realistic depictions of like what Earth would look like.
Oh yeah,
it was like big for like IMAX and stuff and whatnot. It's a pretty slow movie, but it was like big for like IMAX and 3D and stuff.
Okay, more changing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Came out in 2013.
A lot of changing.
It's got really positive reviews as well, actually. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. 96 on Metacritic. It's popular. Pretty liked movie. You gotta tell me where you're putting it and why.
I'll go first. I've moved Solo. I've moved Solo down to 9. I've put Gravity in 8 because I don't remember it being that great. But we'll see when we get the last film because I will definitely have to do some rearranging.
Okay, Kush.
Hold on a second. I'm just right. So I put Gravity 6.
Mm-hmm.
I think it did okay. I think it did not bad. Yeah, I'm just putting 6 for now. That's what I'm putting. I did a bit of change it around, but yeah, that's what I put.
Okay. And number 10, the last movie I'll give you is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Oh,
I'm gonna need a good 3 minutes because this is crazy.
I'm afraid you've got to just decide quickly, and then I'll give you a minute and a half to make changes afterwards.
okay.
Move.
You know what? I have positivity about this. Right. I put Guardians as 2 now.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some changing quickly, and yeah.
Okay. Kush, Paul, where did you put Guardians?
I'm bumping everything from Logan down 1, and then putting Guardians in 2 as well.
Okay. Right, lads. That's all 10 movies. I'm now going to give you 1 minute and 30 seconds to make your final changes, and I'll edit this bit out of the podcast as well. So you got 1 minute 30 seconds to make your final changes, and then you have to stop. You're not allowed to make any more changes after that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no.
1 minute and 30 seconds passed. Stop what you're doing. You're not allowed to make any more changes to your list. You've got to go with what you've got now.
Okie dokie.
So, Kush, would you like to read from number 10 to number 1 what your list is?
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So I put number 10, the Simpsons movie. I put 9, Solar. I've got 8, It. 7, Frozen. 6, Gravity. 5, Logan. 4, Bohemian Rhapsody. 3, Lion King. 2, Guardians. And the first one, Dark Knight. That's why.
Okay. Paul, same thing, from 10 to 1.
I've changed a little bit. I've gone at the bottom. So number 10, Solo. 9, It. 8, The Simpsons movie. 7, Gravity. 6, Frozen. 5, Lion King. 4, Bohemian Rhapsody. 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. 2, Dark Knight. And 1, Logan.
All right. Are you ready to find out the answers, boys?
Right, let's hear it.
Let's get ready. Time. So, Kush, what did you put for number 10?
I put the Simpsons movie.
Okay. Paul, what did you put for number 10?
I put Solo.
Well, I can confirm at number 10, making a pretty sizable, but still small compared to the rest of this list. $393 million at the box office. Number 10 is Solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh,
that's 1 point to you, Mr. Paul.
Oh, I'm so glad I went for that at the bottom. I'm so glad. Because, yeah, it's not the best. Oh, wow.
Number 9, Kush, what did you say?
I said Solo, so I'm wrong already.
Okay. Paul, what did you put for number 9?
It.
Okay. Unfortunately, you are both incorrect.
Okay.
The answer at $536 million was the Simpsons movie.
Oh, shit.
The Simpsons movie actually managed to make more money at the box office than a Star Wars film. Can you believe it?
I just walked it over. I got 2 points.
That just shows how bad Solo really is. For such a
Right.
good as well.
Paul, what did you put for number 8?
I put the Simpsons movie. So that's cool.
Kush, what did you put for number 8?
I put it.
Great. Well, the answer, making 619 million,
Oh.
was Logan.
Oh,
Oh my
what?
god.
You've got to be kidding.
No.
Are you taking a piss?
No,
Oh.
the answer is Logan.
Oh my god, that's insane. I honestly thought that was like.
I thought that was it well. I actually thought that maybe would have done well.
I am shocked.
Right.
Wow.
Kush, what did you put for number 7?
I put Frozen.
Okay. Paul?
Yeah.
I put Gravity.
Okay. Well, you were both wrong, unfortunately. The answer, making 701 million at the box office, was It.
Oh shit!
You were 1-0.
First draft, it was in number 7 as well. Come on, Paul.
Yeah.
Number 6, Kush, what did you put?
Is this number 6? Yeah.
Yeah.
I put Gravity.
Okay. Paul?
I put Frozen.
Okay. The answer, which made 723 million, was Gravity.
Ooh,
So it's 1-1.
one.
One each.
Oh, this is. Oh, my heart.
You start to beat.
Oh, my heart. Yeah, and I got the next one wrong anyway. So.
What did you two put for number 5?
I put Logan.
You put Logan.
I put Logan.
Okay. Paul, what did you put for number 5?
The Lion King.
Oh no.
The answer at 773 million was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that's a piss take.
Oh.
Oh, Guardians. Oh, that was so good.
You're still tied at 1-1. Yeah, will one of you bring it back and win? Let's see. Paul, would you like to tell me again what you put for number 5?
You mean number 4?
You mean number 4?
No. Oh yeah, no, number 4. Sorry.
That's all right. I put Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay. Kush?
I also put Bohemian Rhapsody as well.
Well, the answer, with 904 million, was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ooh, that's tough. Oh my god.
Still tied.
I think Kush has won this. I think Kush has won this because I know what he has for me. And if Logan isn't number 1, then I'm screwed. But let's carry on anyway.
Well, Kush, what did you put for number 3?
I put Lion King.
Casual. You put Lion King.
Yeah. I put Lion King.
Number 3.
I put Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, the answer, making a whopping $1 billion, we're moving into the billion range,
Please.
was The Dark Knight.
What?
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, that somewhat heightens my chances, but actually not really at all.
Now for the big one.
Yeah,
Number
what?
2.
No.
What did you boys put?
No.
Well, Kush has definitely won this because I put Dark Knight for number 2.
I put Guardians.
Well, the answer, boys, making $1.2 billion
Bet Lion King.
was Frozen.
Oh, Frozen.
Oh,
And number 1, what did you boys put for number 1?
Logan.
Making 1.6 billion at the box office, number 1 was The Lion King.
That is it's not even the original one. My
yeah,
God.
literally. Like,
And we ended up with a tie.
God.
And it's not even a fabricated tie like I did last week. It's literally an actual draw.
Oh,
You've got a whopping whole 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
Amazing.
Yeah, same here. 2 out of 10.
Oh, we're actually at a tie. Who would have guessed?
Oh,
See if I can
I think
find
what we
a
should
tiebreaker for you, so we can figure out a winner.
I think what you should do, Matt, is you should find a movie, any random movie, and we should guess what the gross is, and the closest wins. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that.
Well then, lads. Tell me how much Joker made at the box office. The closest answer wins.
Joker. This did, I mean, it did so well, so. Joker.
I'm going to need you to both just come up with an answer each, and then we'll say it. Whoever's the closest to the answer wins.
I'm going to say 1 point. I'm going to say 1.1 billion.
Okay.
1.1 billion. Yeah.
Okay. Paul?
I was actually going to go more 1.8 billion.
All right. Would you like to lock that in?
I'm locking that in 1.8 billion.
1.8 billion. And Kush, said 1.1 billion, yeah?
No, I don't think it. Oh.
Are you locking that in?
Wait. Dog. Nah, I think I did that. No, I'll go 1.3 billion. I'll go 1.3 billion. Just
1.3 billion.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I can confirm that it wouldn't have mattered because the answer was 1 billion, making Kush the winner.
Oh, did you want? Wait, really? It was only 1 billion.
It was 1 billion, yeah.
Oh wow! I thought we did it more. I thought we really would have. Yeah, I thought
it was one. The exact number was, if I can read this right, 1,074,251,311.
Wow.
Still decent figures if you look at it.
With all honesty, but fair enough. Kush, you are victorious once again.
Kush stays victorious. I'm pretty sure you've won most quizzes and stuff here, Kush.
Listen,
you've won 3 out of the 4 that we've done. You've won them.
You've won 2 letterbox quizzes, and you've won the first guessing quiz.
Quiz. I'm not gonna lie. I actually really enjoyed it. I think it was really fun.
I loved that one. It really got me thinking.
You just enjoyed it because I can't mess with you two on this one.
Yeah, there is that.
Oh, well, you're not going to have fun in 2 weeks' time when we return to Letterbox.
Not going to go well. I'll probably have to fight through this. We have to fight through into.
Yes, Kush is the winner for today.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll wrap up the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Champ, any closing words for the episode?
I mean, you know what I'm gonna say, Matt. Really, watch this podcast. Yeah.
Watch the podcast.
Watch it, listen to it, same thing. Yeah. Both of them.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
M.K.P podcast. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, which you can find on our link tree. Go check that out as well. You can find this episode and many more on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Anchor, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Radio Public. SoundCloud, because you won't find anything but our first 2.
Yes.
Sorry, I sneezed then. I don't know if you heard that.
I didn't hear.
Well, that's good.
I'm also not sure why our Instagram now says that all of our posts need to be translated, but hey ho, go follow it anyway and translate our posts.
Yeah.
Translate. But I think we.
I think that could be a title for this episode. Translate our posts.
Translate our post.
Translate us.
Translate.
Origins because of the origins of the M.K.P podcast.
M.K.P Origins. There's a good title.
Oh.
Once again, like I said the other week, comment down below what the title of this episode is after it's already out.
Yeah,
do that. So when we've come up with the title, put another suggestion in the comments.
Tell us what else you could have called it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is going to be it from me, Matt. Joined by Mr. Kush, the champ.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Mr. Paul.
Hello.
And we'll see you in the next 2 weeks for episode 10, where we will be back to the original version of the Letterbox Quiz. Bad reviews of good movies. We will be reviewing the finale of WandaVision as well. And maybe we'll have a tier list, see how we feel.
Oh, no.
Double digits. 10 now. Episode 10, double digits.
Episode 10. Yeah, it's mad. We started in what, November? And we're only just on 10 episodes now.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you later, guys.
Yes.
Right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you later.